Yes, Perry Como is still alive.
Celebrate, celebrate, gonna have a celebration, yeah. Woo! Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Celebrate good times, come on.
Gonna have a celebration, yeah.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Rock and Roll Geezer Show. And I must say, Perry Como's looking rather lively in that clip there, you know. They got him up on the couch. He's looking good. So, way to go there, Perry. Uh, Good show this week here coming from the northern Midwest here, by golly. Got to finalize the discussion with Ozzy. His will's come out. We're going to discuss that a little bit. Little bit. we got taken. We're going to admit it too. We got taken, and a little Metallica in there. We got an R.I.P. Not too well known, but very important musician passed away. We'll talk about that. Couple of reunions possible in the news. Stevie Nixed in the news, Yoko in the news, and we've got a special anniversary. It's really special to our hearts. We have to finish up with. We need to talk about, but can't do it without my co-host. That'd be the one over there, Aurora, Illinois, Waynesboro, Doc Box. What's going on, Doc?
Yes, sir. A special anniversary. We bring it up every year. We have to. It's a special event, and you'll all know it when we talk about it.
Yes.
But yeah, it should be a pretty decent show. A lot better than last week, man. I didn't even watch last week's show, man. That's the first time I didn't watch the show, man.
Oh well,
I need to go back and watch it. I don't know.
It was all right, you know.
It was a busy week, though.
We shoot the
whatever.
shite, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
The shite has been shot. Yes,
shite has been shot. Good call, man. Yeah. Let me put my glasses on so I don't go blind here.
Say lots of things that make you go blind, but never happens.
Yeah. But anyway,
we got a little bit to discuss, and like I said, we've brought up Ozzy. I don't know how many consecutive shows now.
Couple, 3 weeks. Well, he's been for months now since they announced the show.
Back to the beginning, yeah.
Right. Well, his will has come out. Where is he? Where's Oz? I got a nice picture of him here. Boom! I like this picture of him with his puppy dog.
Oh, that is good.
And a headline: No One Left Behind. Ozzy Osbourne's will shocks with decision to include all his children. Even Amy, who distanced herself from the family, receives a hidden share of the £162 million fortune, proving that for Ozzy, family meant more than fame. The will shocks.
Well, what I take umbrage with, I'm not even sure what umbrage is, but I'm going to take it.
Okay.
Is how they say that Amy is distanced herself, and even Amy, and all this, you hear that kind of talk when referring to her. What, she just didn't want to be part of the show. She's still very much part of the family. She's right there with all the rest of them. Everything's they're part of their family, but she just chose not to be part of the show. And to us, she's not,
I consider her the sane one. Yeah. She didn't want to be part of this circus.
Exactly.
It was a circus. Good for her. Although I got to say, I haven't posted a picture, Doc, but do we talk about this, that she's already visited the plastic surgeon that Sharon and Kelly have visited, and so she's totally, freaking free. It's really sad, but she's gonna get some money though, so she can if she needs to fix it at some point, she'll have the money. But yeah, 162 mil. I thought they were about 400. I imagine that's maybe his fortune, and she's got a fortune also.
I thought he was worth 200 mil, but he's basically. So I won't get into it. Yeah, he's kind of leaving most of it to Sharon, and then once she passes, then that part will be divided 3 amongst their kids. But he's got 3 other kids, 2 from his previous marriage, and he adopted his ex-wife's son from going into that marriage. So he's got 6 kids, but they're all being taken care of. They didn't go into what they were getting, but finding out. So Jessica, Lewis, and Elliot was the adopted son, and of course Amy, Jack, and Kelly. So Kelly is getting the family Hancock Park home in L.A. and the Buckinghamshire home in England. She's getting those.
Buckinghamshire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jack's getting the California compound, which
Ooh, boy.
sounds pretty cool.
Compound, yeah. Multiple homes, big area. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. Way to go,
Donut
Jack.
compound, can't go wrong there. And the stake in the publishing rights.
Oh, boy.
So
Wow. That
apparently
is big.
he's got a head for that kind of thing, so he's gonna go for that. Amy has a trust until she's 50, and then the principal will be released. They didn't say what that principal is.
So
but
it should be
whatever
well
that is.
taken care of until she's
Oh, yeah.
50, and then she just hits the jackpot.
And then she has the jackpot of 20
That's
million,
sensible.
40 million,
That's
whatever
good.
it is, So
That's good. Everybody's taken
So,
care of, yeah.
Sharon was talking about it, and she was very adamant they're not giving up any of their publishing rights or anything. She said she doesn't want anybody outside the family that didn't know Ozzy taking care of those things, and it's all
Yeah,
going to
she
stay in the
says.
family. So
She said. It's a quote. I don't want someone who never met my husband owning his name and likeness and selling T-shirts. No, it stays in the Osborne family. Sensible, and I was thinking about this, and Jack just seems to be just sensible.
Yep.
Just he's
Right.
they got a new head of things. I think Sharon, she's the head right now, but once things move on, I think Jack's going to be able to take care of this. Everything. The whole Ozzy. Because he's got publishing rights and stuff. There's going to be lots of money involved.
just his likeness, alone, it's got to be hundreds of millions. I don't know,
but I think it's in really good hands. With Jack.
We talk about that a lot when artists sell their rights to everything, all their publishing and everything. And I could see it where if you don't have someone in the family that can do that, where people are going to be fighting over it, or they're going to squander it or whatever, where it's better to do that. It's better to do that. But I think Jack, he seems like he's kind of guy. He's got his head on his shoulders, take care of that kind of stuff. So.
Well,
he's got how many kids has he's got? Like at least 5, I think. Maybe he had 6 on the way, I think, or something. So he's got a ton of kids. So he'll pass it on. One of them will have a good head on his shoulders.
He just seems to Jack seems to really have it together. And as opposed to remember the Zappa situation, where Zappa gave 30 and 30 to he only gave 20 and 20 to Moon Unit and Dweezil, and he gave 30-30 to Amit and Cosmo Freakout, whatever the heck the other one's name is. I don't know what was her name?
Oh my God. I can't think of it.
Yeah, exactly. But
I used to know other names, yeah.
But that caused a lot of friction there, and probably, they seem to have mended fences, but who needs to things like Ozzy laid everything out really good. So, what a dude, man. He really went out well, and he finished well. This is the finishing touch. Boom. Everything's in good hands. So, yeah.
Well, it's just his, I don't know, his loving nature. He's not going to leave a family member not taken care of. He's not going to,
Especially when you got that kind of money. So, yeah, good for him. That's really, again, Ozzy, well done, as always. It's just, one win after another. But here's an interesting thing. We both got taken on this one, we should have thought about it more.
Yep.
We should have thought about it more. And that $190 million that they claimed that the concert made. And Sharon, where is she? I got a good picture of her here. There she is. Sharon blasts the report that Back to the Beginning raised $190 million for charity. She says it's just ridiculous. In the article from the Good People, blabbermouth, says Sharon has shut down reports, blah, blah, blah. She says, in the days after the July 5th event, the event's musical director, Tom Morello, shared an Instagram post. So, way to go, Tom. He's the one. Tom Morello shared an Instagram post stating that roughly $190 million would be donated to charity from the concert. Oh, boy.
Dirty commie.
And just a few days afterwards, yeah. So, and then Billboard grabbed onto it, and the Guardian grabbed onto it, and everybody grabbed onto that 190 million as we
That
did.
amount.
That amount. Thank you. Jeez, I'm having a brain fart here for Christ. But she says, she won't know for months and months. She says one of the things that's frightening me is all the false press about how we made 140 million and all this, and I'm like, God, I wish we could have for one gig. It's just ridiculous. The different stories. I went on the internet the next morning, and it was like 140, 160 mil, and I'm like, where does this stuff come from? And then she says, it takes a really long time to arrive at the final number that will be donated to charity because we've got all of the bands that we've had to come in and their expenses, and it'll take a good 6 weeks to get the final number. We should have thought about that. Yeah, Doug got it.
Yep. Well, you know what though? I mean,
It's Tom
in everybody's
Morello.
defense, it's Tom. Exactly, it's Tom Morello. He was the musical director for the event. Man, it seemed like he would have some insight into knowing that.
Good call. Yes.
Yeah, but when you first hear this, where he says Sharon says, "Oh, your first thought is like Sharon's, maybe wanting to fudge the numbers." I don't know, but I don't think she wouldn't do that. This is Ozzy's legacy. She's not gonna,
she's not gonna tarnish that at all.
Yeah, she's not going to be smirched that in any way. So
it was watched by 40,000 ticket holders and 5.8 million streamers like us. So 5.8 million times $30. That's what 150
I would have thought more,
million,
quite honestly,
right there on just that. But
I would have thought more.
More watched it, or
5.8 million. I would have thought,
well, I don't know. Well, that's pretty.
I don't know what a normal streaming audience is, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Like,
I tell you all the time, Doc, I'm an analog guy living in a digital world, man. And it's a struggle.
I've been saying that my own self very much lately.
yeah, and I am, and it is what it is, and doggone it. But in any case, we got taken. But if they have that many people streaming it times 30, I mean that's.
Well, the thing too, they still have the theatrical release that's coming up. When is that? Early next year, I think. February. I want to say something.
Let me see if it has anything
but
about.
Still, that's coming up. So there's they're gonna get revenue from that. They're still. I think you're still selling T-shirts and stuff. I saw Rock and Ron ordered one of them. He got one of them.
Get boy, Rock and Ron. So. Rock on, man. Saw him the other time, man, kicking ass with his band. Yeah, we got one coming up a couple of weeks anyway. So I gotta get out the whites and no. This is not the 70s. I remember those days. The whites. Oh yes, very inexpensive, very effective. But 70s were really wild. But and Ozzy was part of that 70s and. I imagine it's gonna be, it's gonna be upwards above 200 when they're done. 200 million.
I assume you're talking about attire, but you say whites from the 70s. That could be
it's
a drug reference.
Well, it could be, Doc. It could be, yes. They had all sorts of wacky things. Quaaludes, Mexican Quaaludes. Oh my gosh. Those were insane. We shouldn't be talking about drugs on this program, Doc. The 70s, a long time ago. I barely remember it.
Roar 714.
Roars, yes. Yeah. Oh, those were really something, dude. Oh,
what happened to what happened to Quaaludes? They're just
they just found them too dangerous to stop making them. Because I remember they used to have the T-shirt with a big right in the middle, Roar 714.
John wore one and Up in Smoke. John had one when they were going on stage. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But in any case, we'll move on. But way to go, Ozzy. Way to end on the top.
Well, you know what though, the whole thing too. Well, again though, it's Tom Morello. But you think you hear, are people just in a hurry to report something? We're living, we live in that culture. Everybody just. Whether they don't check on anything, they just report what they hear and then run with it, So.
Oh yeah. So and they like Sharon said, they had no idea yet, and yet he, days later, hey Tom, with his probably red hat on, we made $190 million. Sig Heil.
What's that dude's name? Shea Guerrero or whatever that dude's name is.
T-shirt. Yeah. Oh gosh, these horrible. But anyway, that may be horrible. No, that's a good thing. But here's an interesting thing: Metallica Metallica, as I like to call them. There they are, Metallica. This is from somebody's post. I don't know.
You know, I was
Apparently,
gonna say, Murphy said Metallica. And I was gonna say that's how they're known in Belarus, but unfortunately, we're not seen in Belarus.
yes. I don't know how this happens, but yeah, some of our episodes are actually banned. So I think last week's was banned in actually Russia, but the week before we were
Why?
banned
Why?
in Belarus. I don't know. Damn you, Putin or Putin, whatever the hell. Damn you.
That's why
Damn
we got
you,
no numbers, Murph. That's why we got no numbers.
That's why
Man.
we
We're
got
banned
no
in
numbers.
Belarus, man.
Damn you, Putin, you jerk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Russians and the
Oh
Belarusians,
gosh,
whatever
but
called.
Belarus, I found that so amusing. The poor people of Belarus. Well, no wonder we didn't get that
Are
10th
denied
view.
our wit and insight, man. Damn.
But anyway,
Anyway,
Metallica, yeah, they may finally. We've been talking about the Super Bowl halftime shows forever and how they just blow so bad, and they need to have an actual rock band. Lars Ulrich was on the Howard Stern show, the now heading out the door Howard Stern show. When he wanted to announce
yeah,
an
right.
intimate gig at Stephen Talk House in Long Island, has about 250 capacity. Wow! And this is to celebrate the long.
Dude, can you imagine that? Can you imagine seeing Metallica at a place like when we saw the Dead Boys, man? A place
Yeah.
like that
Right?
for like
That
Metallica,
crazy.
man. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, that'd be insane. But yeah, they're the new Maximum Metallica Sirius channel, which is probably taking over Howard Stern's spot. So there you go. But anyway, they're
Right?
asking about the recent recent rumors that they're maybe doing a residency at the Sphere in Vegas. Ulrich says, I'm not going to confirm anything because there's nothing to confirm, but I'm not going to deny it because we're all such fans of this venue. It's something that we're considering, blah, blah, but nothing is etched in stone or greenlit. It's something that we're looking in at some point where the 2026 tour is done. Oh, so that'd be another year and a half down the road anyway. And then Stern asked him if Metallica would be interested in performing the halftime show at next year's Super Bowl, which will happen in the band's hometown of San Francisco.
Yep.
Yeah, of course we would. First of all, we would do it. Second of all, do it in San Francisco would be a dream come true and would be a right fit. Certainly, as somebody who's represented San Francisco all over the world, oh boy, and shouted decades about San Francisco and our love for the Bay Area, that part of it is the right fit. Ultimately, it's not our decision. So they're just putting it out there. But just be sure you pick up a map. You need a special map in San Francisco. And it shows you where all the shit is on the streets and
Oh,
sidewalks.
yeah.
It
So you
honestly
avoid all the
does.
landmines. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
honestly, I swear to God, this is the truth.
Well, yeah.
There's
This
so much
cottage
crap
industry is
in
going to
that
pop
city.
up. Sure, why not? Crap maps.
The
Yeah.
crap
Let me
map.
get your
And,
crap map. Yeah.
well, so this is just them hoping they should do it. And for crying out loud, NFL, you want to do something right, have Metallica as the halftime show. If you can always insist that they have dancers and shit if you want.
No.
I'm just
there'll be
kidding,
none of
Doc.
that. Yeah, there'll be no special guest. They'll just be Metallica rocking, man. That Kid Rock's not going to come out and do whatever he does back
Yeah,
to there,
Slash come popping out of the stage to do a lead, then pop right down again.
Yeah. Nah.
But they gotta do something.
This is great news, man. I mean, we've talked about it, and we thought, Metallica could probably be really too big. They got other stuff going on because you don't get paid for it. You don't get paid to do the Super Bowl.
Well, and when you're rich enough like them, though, they can afford to not have to get paid.
Well,
just
they
as the
take care of
goodwill.
production costs. They don't go in the red for it, but they take care of production costs. But yeah, they don't get paid for it. So it's always during the promotion of a new album. And this would not be. I mean, they just had their 72 Seasons album, a year or two ago or whatever. So it's not in promotion of a new album. It would just be for the love of doing it, man.
With riches, yeah, of course, they should do it just because they're hometown too. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, man. But Jeez. Oh,
Yeah. I always thought the next would be probably Foo Fighters. It might be our best chance for a rock band to do halftime. But
and
come
of course
on,
the comments. Metal
Metallica.
League. Of course, the comments. One here's Tom. It will be a rapper pop group. They never book rock anymore. And they're probably right.
Probably right.
Geez. Well, we'll see. They put it out there, and if NFL has any brains, they'll follow suit. But don't expect that to happen
Yeah.
because when have
Best
they
will
ever
get
had
is a
any
Metallica
brains?
sample and some or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, they use it all the time during the games, but nope, can't have
Yep.
them actually playing. That would be just horrifying. Big fat dopes. Here's a problem. There's Terry Reed. Terry Reed, you say? What the heck? Well, they call them super lungs, dude. I really haven't. I'm old. I'm a geezer, and I've never heard of this guy. Really, unbelievable.
Well, let me tell you about him, Murph.
Please do, my man.
Terry Reed just passed at what was his age? At the ripe old age of
75.
75. So
Mhm.
yeah, he was known as Super Lungs. He's the guy that turned down being in Zeppelin. He had another gig going, and he was asked to be in Zeppelin. Turned it down. Not only did he turn it down, but recommended Robert Plant, who
Mhm.
then brought in John Bonham,
And
and
and he
went from
turned
there.
down who else?
He also turned down Deep Purple.
Wow.
So I mean, this guy
Wow.
he had a good solo career, and I've listened to some of it, and he's pretty damn good, man.
Yeah.
I think that the closest I would compare him to is probably a Steve Marriott, probably.
Wow.
But even I don't know, just a little something different even on top of that. But yeah, pretty damn good vocalist, man. So yeah, he had a little bit of a career over there, never quite made it on this side of the Atlantic,
Mm.
but.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
says
rest in peace, Terry Reed, man. Came
it's
this close from rock and roll immortality, man, and
wow.
ch-
It says
did
here
not choose wisely.
he toured with the Stones, Cream, Jethro Tull, and Fleetwood Mac, released 7 studio albums, and was even a session player for the likes of Jackson Brown and Bonnie Raitt. So yeah, how about that? Jiminy creepers. What a bummer. And yeah, he cancer. Apparently he had cancer. In July, he was forced to postpone a European tour. So he was actually gonna, he was actually still playing, still active, and then cancer hit, and boom, doggone it. It it happens, man. I don't even know him, but hey, it still sucks. Still blows. So
Well, just having that connection with the Zeppelin and Deep Purple and all that, man.
it's
That's a
pretty
footnote
wild.
in rock history right
That's
there,
yeah.
And unfortunately, that's all he is instead of a Robert Plant. It could easily been him instead of Robert Plant. So, yeah.
What group was Plantin before Zeppelin?
Oh, you got me there. I don't know.
Smile. I believe it was Smile.
Smile, I think, was what Queen was known as before.
Oh, was that Queen? No, I thought.
Yeah,
Okay, I better look in my facts. I could be getting him
Smile was what
jumbled.
Queen was known as before Freddie Mercury joined, which would have been
Okay.
ironic for him to come in with his teeth and bands called Smile. I guess they probably said, "Hey, man,
Well,
we got to change the name, man. We can't have this." That's how I
I've got
remember it.
I've got 4 extra molars. Gives me a bigger mouth, making more sound,
That's
or
right.
whatever he
Yeah,
said in that
more of a
movie.
range.
According
That's
to
exactly
the
right.
movie, yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. So yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. He bugged out. So there we go. But moving on, you got to move on, man. Oh, here's interesting news. Where are they? There, the boys right there.
Moving on.
Ah, Rod. Rod played last Friday, I think, here in the area.
Yeah, he's just in town. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And holy smokums, oh, yeah, I went to a concert. I'll tell you that later. But Rod Stewart and the Faces announced a 2026 reunion tour. Stay with us, the Faces reunion tour 2026. How about that, Doc? Holy moly, the Faces,
Yeah,
legendary.
we talked a little while back. We talked about where they're having to putting out new music first time in 50 years or whatever, 50 plus years, and now we're here and they're going to back it up with a tour, man. That's awesome.
That's
Rod,
crazy
he's
cool.
amazing. We talked about Rod's going to try to be the fastest 80-year-old in history and stuff. I mean, Rod just never stops, man. He's a machine, man.
Well, back in the day, yeah, he was a big soccer guy. You know,
Right?
or they call it football, but yeah, but so yeah, alongside surviving members Ronnie Wood and Kenny Jones are going to, they made the emotional announcement that boom, they're going to hit it and honor the past members. It was Ian, oh
Ian
gosh,
McClagan and
Ronnie
Danny
Lane,
McClain. Ronnie Lane,
Ronnie
yeah.
Lane, Ronnie Lane, and
Danny,
Ian
yeah,
McClagan.
thinking the pitcher for the Tigers. No, yeah,
But
Ronnie
so
Lane.
yeah, there you go. They're going to go out and give it one more shot. Rod sounded pretty good a couple of years back when we saw him. He sounded decent enough. So
Put a damn good show, yeah.
yeah. I just remember the dancing gals and the singing gals. Remember them? I think there were 4 or
Oh,
5 of them. Or
absolutely,
something.
yeah.
Oh, well done, Sir Rod. Well, I bet Sir Rod has a rod every night playing with them lovely gals dancing around him. Sir Rod with a rod.
I wonder if he calls it Sir Rod.
Hello, lady. You want to meet little Rod? You want to meet little Sir Rod?
You want to be Sir Rod?
Oh, I'm sure he's no. I'm sure he's just straight and narrow for sure. Speaking of that, though, speaking
Yeah.
of reunions and whatnot. Oh boy, yeah, where are they? No, right there.
No,
Yeah, they're a damn Yankees, doggone Yankees, if you ask me. Yeah, Jack Blades. This is from the good people. Let me see. Where am I here? I don't know. It doesn't even say. So the good people of media news. All right, there we go. Jack Blades, legendary bass guitarist, has sparked new hope for a damn Yankees reunion, responding directly to Ted Nugent's recent comments during an episode of Nugent's Spirit Campfire show on Real America's Voice. There you go. The conversation, lighthearted yet revealing. What the hell is that? Lighthearted yet revealing, revolved around a long speculated possibility of the iconic rock supergroup reuniting. While Nugent remained
that's a bit of a stretch, but yeah,
the
whatever.
iconic rock super. While Nugent remained cryptic, Blades added fuel to the fire with a subtle but exciting proposal. What does that be? Well, he's not British, is he?
No.
Oh, okay. Everyone thinks that we're going to do a damn Yankee reunion, Nugent teased. So let's not kibosh this. Oh, what the heck? I had a threat come through my computer. Oh, well. So let's not kibosh that. Maybe. Who knows? Maybe. That was Nugent. And Jack Blades, yeah, he says, we'll jam some Night Ranger songs with you on the September 8th show, he said. So let's play a couple damn Yankees songs. So here we go. And it goes on, but of course I go right to the comments, and of course everybody, Nugent's just gonna ruin it. He's gonna go on a political rant, through the show and everything. And
You know what though? You would think, but remember we saw him where we see him up in McHenry,
County.
Terribly long ago. Yeah, and there was no political rants. There was no,
Nope. No. He just said one thing that was real funny, but just one thing all night.
I can't remember, but yeah.
And it was leading into
rocked,
one of
man.
his good songs, and it rocked really well. But along with drummer Michael Cardellone and Styx's Tommy Shaw, they formed Damn Yankees in the early '90s, and the hits like "High Enough" and "Coming of Age" dominated rock radio. It dominated it, man.
They dominated.
It cemented the band as one of the era's standout supergroups. They were cemented, man. They had a little bit of concrete mix, and boom.
You know what? It's just all goes with their, fits in with their MO. I just feel like they were always like kind of a gimmick, just kind of, I don't know. They just kind of seem gimmicky to me.
I don't know. Schmaltzy. I don't know. Especially their videos, because Nugent trying to act sort of normal when you know he's out of his mind
Right.
and he wants to shoot everybody on stage with his bow and arrow. But some decent songs. And I saw Night Ranger like 4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
we saw him. We saw him a couple
Oh,
years
was that?
ago. No, we saw him.
Oh,
Yeah, you and I saw. We're with they were. Oh God, who we see
Oswego?
with Brett Michaels, right? No, we saw him. You saw him there. But we
Oh,
saw him at
yeah.
Tilling.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. God, we saw so many damn shows in
Oh
the
yeah,
last.
dude.
I can't remember. I can't remember shit.
But they did. Yeah, they did a lot of damn Yankee songs in their
Oh,
set
they were
too.
good.
So
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
all the hits. Yeah, they did like what they were like.
That
3 or
was
4
really
hits or
good.
whatever
So,
they had, yeah.
let them get together. Why not? Why not?
Ah,
Heck,
that's a money grab, and that's really what the band was to begin with. Was kind of to me, it just seemed like kind of a
yeah, and they may draw somewhat. We got Styx on tour right now with Kevin Cronin, formerly REO Speedway, and all that crap. And if they can do it, what the heck? Go for it, damn you Yankees, damn you Yankees. Doggone it. So yeah, we'll see what happens, man. But as far as I'm concerned, that's all I got to say about that. All right. Yeah, moving on here. Oh, where is she? Oh, the mistress of the dark, Stevie Nicks.
the
Oh,
witch.
jeez. Yeah. Well, she had an injury apparently. Yes, yes. She had an injury. She hurt her shoulder somehow. It doesn't say quite how she hurt her shoulder, but she was forced to postpone some gigs, and she posted that she's ready to return to fighting form and get back on the stage. And it says here, this was posted August 8th, a few days ago. Last month, the rock and roll icon settle down there, puppy dog. Somebody trying to break into my house. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. Vesper does not like that. Anyway, last month, the rock and roll icon sustained a shoulder injury while in the midst of her national tour. Settle down there, puppy dog. In the midst of her national tour that left her with only 2 options for 9 of her upcoming shows: cancel or postpone. A seasoned pro, Nix wasn't going to let anything stand in the way of performing for her fans, so she opted to postpone. So she is letting it stand in the way. Pushed the 9 impacted shows originally scheduled for August and September into October. So yeah. And she posted that, I can't wait to get back on the road with you. See you soon. Love, Stevie. That was it. Thanks a lot. Yeah. She is 77, so what the heck? But
Is she really?
I think she's
Holy
77.
Jesus!
I know. But yeah, she is 77. And
Dude, I don't want to live in a world where Stevie Nicks is 77 years old, man, quite honestly. Oh my God, man, that's it's horrifying.
Yeah. So she's gonna finish up the 17 shows, sometime whenever. But good. And some fans, we miss you. Get lots of rest and have lots of gluten-free brownies, said one thoughtful fan. What a moron. Jerk off. When I order my pizza, I want extra gluten on my pizza. All right. What's with these? No gluten. No, extra gluten, people. Come on. It's America.
Yeah, it was a celiac disease or whatever, but then it became like a fad. You don't need it. Remember, I owned my restaurant for the first short time, and that was right during the hype of that. And people were always coming in. Oh, Kevin,
Gluten.
get out.
Oh, get out of here, you morons. Gluten. Yeah, no, extra gluten, thank you. So anyway, and there's people in the comments. They're pretty crude. Dave Grohl broke his leg and he sat in the throne and played. So and so did this and they played.
And Wilson.
Ann Wilson, right? She was mentioning another
Wilson,
guy. Ozzy was on his deathbed and he did it. They're really ripping the heck out of her, man. Oh, it's just brutal. But 77. Geez. I'm 69 and I'm so beat up. After every gig, it takes me days to recuperate.
Yeah, but you know what though? If I go to see Stevie Nicks and I can't see her like twirling around with the chiffon, that's part of the experience, man. You want to see the whole thing,
Well, it's
But
got to be.
she wouldn't have to sit down though. She just hurt her shoulder. She just put that
Yeah,
in a
you just
sling
put
and
that wing in a
kind of halfway
sling.
twirl around. Yeah.
Put that wing in a sling, and just you can twirl with one fuzzy frilly thing. I don't
I've heard
know.
people as one of them misheard lyrics, just like the white winged dove. I heard people always thought it was just like the one winged dove. It's like
That
no,
the
no, it's
one
just like the
wing.
white winged dove. But now you're talking about with one arm, one wing. I don't know, that's what
Now
made me
she can
think of.
change the lyrics for real, when she's twirling
Uh,
around while trying to twirl. I imagine the bones are creaking. It's like, trying to twirl around. Yeah, creak away. So yeah,
You know what I was thinking though, whenever Stevie Nicks comes up, and I'm sure it's just one I don't know, urban legends or whatever. I'm sure it's
Uh-oh.
true though. Remember that she had, I think she had confirmed it actually, where she had done so much coke that her septum was getting eaten away,
Oh, I don't doubt
and
that.
that she would end up, and that she'd end up having a roadie blowing it into her rectally, into her, she that's how she would take it. I'm like, that's a hell of a
We need to
job for a
look. We
roadie,
need to
man.
look into that, and I want to talk to that roadie. Wow,
Right?
holy cow! Wow,
Yeah, what's your job? Yeah, I used to,
blow
blow through a
cocaine
straw into
in
Stevie Nicks'
Stevie
ass. Yeah,
Nicks' ass. Wow, that's a gig, man. You put that on your resume, you're going places. Jeez, coke ass blower, ass coke blower, blower ass coke. Wow, yeah. How do you categorize that job? Jeez, I don't
and
doubt it
every
though.
time I turn around, I'm hearing somebody else from that era that slept with her. So it's like she was, I just
Well,
heard
she's like,
guy was the guy that did Magnet and Steel. What was that guy? Walter Egan. Walter Egan. He's talking about how he slept with. Had a magical night with Stevie. I was like, oh, well, all right.
wow,
It was the
yeah.
'70s, whatever.
Well, it's just like who's the chick that did the song with Ozzy, the guitarist?
Lita Ford. Yeah,
Lita
yeah. She's
Ford.
another one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
God. She probably even slept with the bass players. That's how extensive her thing was. I swear. The bass players are they're the bot. They got the groove. Yeah, no, the bass players are the ones they should be sleeping with you, roadies. You not roadies, groupies. You groupies, take note. The bass players because they got the groove. So yeah, yeah. Don't go
Yeah,
for the singers and the
true that.
guitarists and stuff. We're all superficial but the bass players, yeah, they're the good ones.
Steady, and got the groove,
Steady and they
man.
got the rhythm, baby, and they know how to use it. Yeah, yeah. So, oh man. So yeah. In any case, boy, let's move on here. Oh, here we go. Here's somebody I haven't seen for a while. Oh,
So we may not see
Yoko.
again here coming up.
Oh, Yoko. Your love will turn me on. Yeah, yeah. Yoko Ono, 92 years old. Yeah.
Wow.
And she fell ill in Tokyo. And according to this statement, now this is one of those weird sites I don't trust, so I'm not even going to name them. But apparently, Paul McCartney has expressed his concern for Yoko Ono after she was hospitalized in Tokyo. He says, "My heart goes out to Yoko, Sean, and the family. She's always been a fighter, and we're all hoping for the best." And Sean himself, Sean Ono Lennon, revealed that his mother is receiving intensive care. She's incredibly weak. We're doing everything we can. Please send her your love. She's always been strong, but right now she needs all the strength she can get. So, yeah, she's been struggling with declining health in the last few years and 92. So, boy, wow. And she's kept,
Yeah.
been out of the spotlight for forever, basically for decades. I'm sure she could
Yeah,
have
she
been,
pops up every once in a while. Yeah, but yeah, pretty much. So yeah.
she tend to keep more quiet than anything. So that's sad, though. Uh, time blows, man. Time rolls on. So,
You think of Yoko, and it's like nobody likes Yoko. Does anybody really like you? But then you think she's kind of an icon. She's been around so
oh,
long,
yeah. Are you vokidding? Yeah.
and of course,
For
and
good or
honestly,
bad.
I think she's the most famous Japanese person in the world. I can't think of anybody else.
Oh, well, you remember in the movie Up in Smoke when they're at the border and they got the reporter there? what was her name? Kawasaki or
Suzuki Kawasaki or
Suzuki
something.
Kawasaki. That's so horrible. Maybe she's no. You're right though. Yoko Ono, the most definitely. But yeah, 92 and in poor health. So yeah.
And I
Godspeed.
think people look back, in
Godspeed.
history. And I think John and Yoko goes down as one of the great love stories.
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, really,
without a doubt.
you know.
Regardless, like it's for everybody. If everybody still hates her for what happened back then, the Beatles would have. They were going their own
That was
separate ways
inevitable. Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
totally in that. You've got three major songwriters with their own ideas. How can you possibly keep that together at that point? There's no way.
Right.
No way. So they would have split up anyway. Oh, Yoko broke up the Beatles. You had three genius songwriters, and yeah. So I'm sorry. No. So
Yeah, it was
just leave her
inevitable.
be. Yeah, leave her be. Jeez. Godspeed. Godspeed. That's all I can say for that. Okay. Okay. Where is he? There he is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the anniversary time. We love this time of year. It's special time of year. It's here's the headline from the Riot Fest website itself. It's that one time the Dave Matthews Band dumped 800 pounds of poop on a boat full of people. That's so classic. Yeah, today's the anniversary. That's August 8th. So yeah, that was a few days ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
August 8th was the anniversary of one of the shittiest days in Chicago's history. A day that will forever leave a stain on the city. For a city that is used to getting dumped on, this one is still pretty crappy. I shit you not. This is a true story. On the afternoon. Oh wait, let me get my narrator voice.
Did your Paul Harvey voice go
Yeah.
in there?
On the afternoon of August 8th, 2004, the bus driver for a Dave Matthews Band tour bus emptied the septic tank over the Chicago River, drenching passengers on a boat tour with 800 pounds of human crap. As approximately 100 sightseers crossed under the grated Kinsey Street Bridge on the Chicago River, enjoying a scenic architectural tour. The skies, the skies opened up, and the contents of the Dave Matthews Band's tour bus toilet crashed onto them. Passengers on the boat described the downpour a foul-smelling, brownish-yellow slurry that ruined their clothes and made several of them sick. After pleading guilty to misdemeanor charges of reckless conduct and water pollution, the bus driver was ordered to pay a $10,000 fine, do 150 hours of community service, and serve 18 months of probation. And the Dave Matthews Band was allowed to continue making music. Happy anniversary. And remember, don't drink the water. Oh gosh. I can only what I want to know is how much they settled for with the lawsuits that came shooting their way. Are you kidding me?
Oh, especially people that got sick. Yeah, absolutely. Or at
Oh
least
man.
cleaning bills anyway. At least dry
Oh
cleaning
no,
bills
no, oh
anyway.
my God. I mean that's that's being I'm sure there's a
All right.
really bad
Every
charge
time we
there.
talk about this, we bring this up. We got like some kind of tradition for this, like we do like every year. And I don't know what we're gonna
Oh,
call it.
do, do you want to
Dave
see the
Matthews
plaque?
Crap, the
They've got a
DMB. Yeah,
they've
the
got a
Riot Fest has a plaque. Yeah.
plaque. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Here it is, right here. Hold on, let me reverse it so I can
Paid
read
for
it.
by Riot Fest. I was gonna say, not coincidentally, they have a plaque. So
Can
there
you read
go.
it? Because it's
Yes, it
backwards to
says
me.
on the afternoon of August 8, 2004, at this very location, the Dave Matthews Band tour bus emptied the septic tank over the Chicago River, drenching passengers on a boat tour with 800. Is that eight? See, that's another
800.
thing. I was 800 pounds. Come on, 800 pounds of human poop. No one died that day, but many wish they had. Paid for by the Riot Fest Historical Society, dedicated August 8th, whatever year. Yeah.
800 pounds, Doc. You know, we worked in industry. Geez, how much did a 50-gallon drum of liquid weigh? Gosh.
Well, a gallon, the water's eight and a third pounds.
So eight
you're
times
talking
50.
100. I don't know what the consistency of their excrement is. I don't know.
Well, I'd rather it. It's
There'll be a lot of variables in there, I guess. But still, 800 pounds of crap is a lot.
yeah. That's
800
probably
pounds.
that could be a couple of 50-gallon, couple 3,
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
50-gallon drums
That's
of
two. That's two
excrement.
50-gallon drums. Yeah.
God.
And empty it
Oh.
out in the city. Regardless, you're in the city. You think they'd go out in out in the country somewhere? I'm sure they have,
Yeah. Well,
in their travels are out, driving in the middle of nowhere.
no,
Empty it out there.
they're coming up slowly up to the bridge, and the driver, Dave, hey, we can save disposal waste. Look at it's graded. Yeah, all right. Yeah, let's do it. Fuck, boom. Oh, gosh. Yeah, what an architectural tour. Yeah. Oh,
And then
look
I
at
was
the
thinking too,
beautiful
okay, the
line.
people.
Look at the lines of that beautiful bill. Oh,
People get covered. All right, they had to get into a taxi, or their own car or something.
Oh.
I mean, afterwards,
and just totally stenched out. Can you imagine? Oh, I
big
couldn't
time.
imagine.
Beyond imagination, man. You're literally covered in shit, man. You're
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
covered in shit.
Wow. Yeah, the lawsuits. I really would. I'm sure we will never find out, but I'm sure that's. While they said 100 people on there, probably spawned about 100 lawsuits. I figure, and they didn't get just clothes cleaning stuff. That's a biological contaminant that got sprayed.
Right.
That's what they consider that. They don't just say, oh, it's just crap. No. That's like something they consider it biological contaminants and shit.
Waste.
So I'm sure.
Yeah.
Way to go! It's a great.
Oh, this 21 years ago. I wonder if the band, if they commemorate it every year or think about it, or I don't know.
Eat some gluten-free pizza or something, celebrate it, and then have bowel movements in the bus. Where's that bus? I gotta go. Oh, jeez. So yeah, goofy stories. These rock stars. You just can't beat them, man. They're the best. So that's this week's show. I think it's very cool. See what goes on next week. Oh, I did go to the Cyndi Lauper concert.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Yeah, tell us
gosh,
about it.
yeah. Well, no big whoop. They had a DJ start out, some gal. All it was
I hate
boom,
that.
boom, boom.
Yeah, I
boom,
hate that shit,
boom,
man.
Boom. Everything else changes. It still got that stupid freaking beat. And she was on, while we were walking up there. Small crowd. I thought it would be a bigger crowd. Small crowd. They closed off the lawn. And as a matter of fact, I was looking at going to Billy Idol Thursday, but I think we have rehearsal. But the lawn's closed there too, I think. So what the
No
heck, man?
shit. That's Billy Idol and Joan Jett.
Yeah, remember the year we went to 15 concerts and not one was closed. The lawn was not closed. That was the second year. That was the second year.
Yeah.
The first year we went to 15. Not one lawn was closed. And here, I can't get out to the lawn, crying out loud, where I can stretch out, toes in the grass and shit. But and then that was all right. And then they had some singer. I can't even remember his name.
There wasn't anybody of note. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. I was hoping you used to have somebody, I don't know, somebody you heard of open.
And he was good, but he was just, I did, good harmonies and stuff, but that was about it. Cyndi Lauper came out, and she's tired, man. She's tired. She's tired. And I'd be surprised if she did 10 songs in her whole set.
Really?
She'd do a song. She came out with Bop, whatever that is.
Bebop,
Bebop. She came out with that, and then she'd talk for.
Songs about masturbation, Murph.
I did not pay attention to it, Doc. I did not see anybody masturbating while she was singing the song. I will say that. I was like the only old geezer out there that looked
missed opportunity.
Yeah. I know, damn it. But anyway, I have to remember that. If I do get to see Billy Idol, which I won't because we have to rehearse. So anyway, back to that. And she had a great backdrop, the backdrop screens.
Dude, that's always cool. That always gives you something to, some visual, it's not, I don't like bands that count on that and depend on that, but It's
is
nice
cool.
to have.
Well,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, a lot of and I had people say, "Why are you going to City?" Well, it's something to do, and I like seeing the productions and the fans, the crowd, and especially this productions because every band has a different production, and I sit there imagine how the hell they're putting all this together. You got that
Right.
freaking engineer mind, It's like how they. So it's not just about the music; it's about the whole thing. And the crowd, yeah, a lot of day glow, a lot of day glow tights, day glow yellow, pink,
Oh yeah, 80s
a lot
stuff.
of
Yeah, sure.
yeah, a lot of that day glow
Well, they got to
stuff.
show their true colors
Oh, shining through.
shining through.
Oh, well done, Doc. You just grabbed that sucker right out of the air, man. Freaking A. But all in all, I was disappointed. I mean, and you could tell on the big screen because they did have the big screens on the side of the stage, and when they did it close, you could tell she just tired. Oh, I grew.
She's up there
When
in
I
age.
was
She was a
she was
little older when
72.
she hit.
She's
Yeah,
three
she was
years
like
older than me, man.
yeah, she was like 30 when she hit. So she was,
Wow.
yeah, she was up
Yeah,
there
yeah.
then.
Her first album came out at the same time she did the Pee Wee Herman, the Playhouse, Pee Wee's Playhouse theme song, and she did it under a different name because she didn't want the two to,
Right. Be
her
known as
brand
that.
new
Yeah,
album
sure,
and
yeah.
then this, but she did a couple of good rocking songs. She just talked about how she started out in a cover band back then, and that had to be oh God, I wish I could have played in that cover band. Have her as a lead singer,
Right.
jeez, would have been
Yeah, she
insane.
belted out pretty good.
Oh, and she belted a
Whatever I
couple
think
of
about
songs.
her live, and it's got to be on YouTube somewhere. There's a video where she was singing live, and here come bird shit in her mouth, dude. A bird shit in her mouth as she's singing. She just gave it a wipe and just kept on trucking, man, like a trooper, man. I just always like, yeah, that's a tough
Oh
gal there,
God.
man.
But
I
yeah,
got new
she's
admiration
pooped
for
out.
Cyndi Lauper there.
She'd do a song and then talk for quite a while and then do another and then talk and yeah. Oh
Well,
well.
it's
Good for
probably
her though.
that. What was she in the commercials? Probably the Propecia or whatever. Was she in the commercials for? What was it?
Oh, right. Oh God.
Psoriasis or whatever. Whatever. The
Yeah,
psoriasis, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got doing the fake concert where you don't actually see the people, because it's just
Right.
it's a fake set. And
Uh,
yeah. Oh, I wish I could remember her the catchphrase on that one, but I can't. Oh,
yeah, I can't remember. I just remember doing. I can't remember what it was for.
but
I
yeah,
think it's for psoriasis, right? Or no?
I
I don't
think
know. I can't
so.
remember.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
weird. Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't But she's retired. This is her last hurrah. So
Right.
don't be like the Who. Make it your last hurrah.
No,
She
I'm
got,
sure this will be it first. So
but
yeah.
boy, she was wacky in the MTV era, man. Wacky. So good for her. And yeah, we'll see what happens. We got Ronnie Radke coming up the 30th. I may go see him just because we talk about him so much that I got to go see what this crazy sucker does on stage. See if he's as heavy as he appears to be. Because I like heavy, Doc. So freaking A, man. But in any case, there you go, folks. Great show, man. We'll see what these nutty rockers do this week that we can, talk about and expose, if you will. These jerks. A lot of them are jerks, but all of them, some of them are whatever. Godspeed to Yoko Ono, and hey, take us home there, Doc.
Yeah, another week, much better than last week, man. Last week, I don't know, man. They can't all be gems, man. They can't all be gems. So we'll take it as it comes. And yeah, much better week this week. And thank you for all our loyal viewers that keep watching, even though there's 9 of them. Like, we got the single digits. I got the single digits. Yes.
We worked hard for that, damn it.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
did.
what I'm saying.
And don't dare go back and watch it and screw up that single digit view. So anyway, yeah, appreciate everybody does check in with us, and very grateful that you do. They give us something to do, so always appreciate that. So yeah, this is a good one, and we'll do it again next week. We'll see what comes down the pike, and we'll talk about it. Till then, have a great rock and roll filled week, everybody.